Learning R is an important skill for all data analysts, data scientists, and statistics students. So today I'm going to give you 5 free resources that you can use to start learning R today. Now here's the first one, and this is R for Data Science. So in this R for Data Science free ebook, you're going to learn everything from an introduction to what data science looks like in R. You'll get an idea about data visualizations, which is obviously important for any data analyst or data scientist. But then you'll get into a little bit more advanced things like workflow, running through your R code, and then getting a little bit more idea on syntax. And then you're also going to get into some data transformation steps. Here they're using tidyverse, so you'll be using dplyr. But then you go into R scripts and then some EDA, so exploratory data analysis, before you actually begin doing your real analysis. So it'll teach you about that, and then also give you an idea about what the workflow looks like for actual projects. So setting up your environment with different files that might be used for different things like data manipulation, loading in data, and then your actual EDA, and then maybe your actual analysis, having separate files and syncing those all together in one. So this one's going to be a great resource for a beginner in R. And of course, all 5 of these are going to be linked down below in the description. Alright, so now the second most important thing after you kind of get an idea about some beginner things, some EDA, setting up your scripts, making projects, you really want to focus on visualizations. Now, of course, this is important for data analysts, data scientists, and statistics students. You're going to be focusing a lot on that. Now, this free ebook breaks down an introduction to what ggplot2 is, your first steps, and then gives you an idea about the actual setting up of a ggplot object. So starting off with individual geomes and then collective geomes. So you're going from, making a plot of one dimension to making multi-dimension plots with different facets, and then working with things like colors. And then you're going to be getting into statistical summaries. So as you can see as an example on screen, showing error bars, showing crossbars, point ranges, smoothing, so making a smooth distribution curve. Those are all going to be revealed in this section. And then you'll be working with maps, which is awesome. Plotting geospatial data is really exciting, and I think it's super cool. So that's definitely a cool thing. And then you're going to go over network plotting as well. So what a network plot or what network data is you have 2 nodes we can be representing different things. So let's say it's 2 people, and then there's going to be a line connecting them if they know each other. And then the actual network is a bunch of these nodes, so a bunch of dots all around with lines connecting them for different relationships. Now these can be used for a lot of different purposes, but that's another thing that's involved with the ggplot package. And then you're going to learn some other things to make your plots more readable, such as annotations, titles, axes titles, that kind of thing. So this ggplot2 free ebook is going to be great for anybody who wants to learn ggplot and wants to be able to begin plotting in R and making really nice looking plots. So this is more for somebody who already has an idea in R but wants to get better at data visualization. Alright, this next one is for somebody who's not really a beginner at R but really wants to learn more about programming in R. Now, a lot of people don't think of R as a programming language, but it definitely has some programming capabilities, and that's exactly what this is going to go over. So this goes over everything from the foundations of programming in R, and then it's going to go over vectors, so naming vectors, make what you would consider a vector in any other programming language, subsetting data, controlling flow, writing your own custom functions, which is very important for R, even if you're not going to be using this to make any sort of crazy programming, you're probably going to want to still write some functions. And then working in environments and using conditions. So this free ebook is going to be great for somebody who wants to learn more about programming in R, and this is going to be perfect for you. And so if you haven't heard of these 3 ebooks yet at this point in the video, please consider subscribing because I go over stuff related to R and stuff related to statistics. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, consider subscribing. But the next one is going to be actually about writing your own packages. I heard this quote the other day that went something along the lines of, if you need to do the same 3 things one time in a script, you need to write a function. And if you're using multiple functions multiple times between scripts, you should write a package. So this book is all about writing your own packages. So that's basically what it is. It's a collection of functions, and this book goes over exactly how to do that. Now, this is something that's really interesting to me, and I think it would be really cool to publish my own package someday. So maybe that's something you can do as well. But this book goes over an introduction to writing your own packages, setting up your system to actually make your own package, and then a bunch of other information on actually what you would need to do to write your own package. It goes over all the components that you would need in your package, and then metadata such as descriptions and namespaces and stuff that makes it more readable to other people as well. This is a great resource if you want to write your own package in R. And now finally, for the free resources for R, I think this is going to be one of the most advanced ones, and that's text mining in R. So if you haven't heard a lot about text mining, what that is doing is understanding language from humans on the internet and putting that into a way that you can actually analyze it. So this book goes over everything from the beginning, where you need your text in a certain format to actually be able to analyze it. So, and then you get into more of the analysis itself. So you get into sentiment analysis, grabbing a bunch of text data and trying to understand how people feel about a certain topic. Analyzing word and document frequency, that's something that's important for a lot of automation tasks. Understanding the relationships between words, so understanding sentence structure and what a sentence is actually trying to say. So that kind of thing. But text mining is something that's growing a lot, especially with the advances in AI. So if that's something that you want to learn, here's another free resource for you. And again, these will all be linked down in the description. I hope you enjoyed.